Hello children, I am Vikesh from Mount Literacy School Jhansi. I am your science teacher. So welcome children into the another lecture of chapter number 6, that is of physical and chemical changes. As you remember, then in the last video we have discussed about the characteristic or the example of a physical change. Now we are moving to the another thing that is called a chemical changes. So first of all, we will see the characteristic of a chemical changes. The chemical changes are permanent changes. Okay, so they are permanent, they cannot be reversed. Just like that, if your mother is cooking a vegetable, after that if vegetable is cooked, then you will never get the raw vegetable again. That's why it is a permanent change. And chemical change cannot be reversed also, so it cannot be reversible process. Next, there is an exchange of energy during a chemical change. Okay, there is a exchange of energy when the chemical reaction will take place. There is energy is released. The example is firecracker. When you will burn the firecracker, what will happen? The heat, sound and light are produced, which can give you a joy when you will see the firecracker burst. And sound may also be produced during the chemical changes. If you remember, when your mother will cook the food into the kitchen, you will find out when she cooked, you will find out the sound will coming out, the cracking sound will coming out. That means the chemical reaction will happen with the raw vegetable and heat. Okay, so what are the some examples? Just like that, spoilage of food, ripening of food, rusting of iron, cooking of food, and digestion of food is also in the stomach, or also the chemical changes. If you can see in the picture, that fire is also a chemical change, baking cake is also a chemical change, and rusting of metal is also a chemical changes. Okay, if you can see, if I will take a piece of a paper and I tear it, okay, if I will tear it, what is this is a physical change. If you can see, I will tear this page and you will find out what changes you have seen. No changes is there. This is also a part of this paper, but the difference in their size. Okay, so there is a no new substances formed. That means it is a physical change. Okay, but when I will take this piece of a paper, okay, and I will start burning them. अगर मैं इसको जलाता हूँ, if I will burn them, okay, if I burn them, what you will find out? What is that black portion? What is this black thing? This is a ash, and this is totally different with this page. So what will this ash is a new product which we get. That means it shows that chemical reaction will take place when paper is burned. That means it is a new product which we get after burning the paper. Whereas the tearing of a paper is a physical change, because you will never get a new thing inside in that, but the size and the shape will change. Okay, the same fire. If I will burn the candle, just like that, if I am burning this candle, what you will find out? You will find out the flame. And this fire is also a chemical change. Due to the chemical change, this fire will burn, and this wax will react with them, and it help the candle to be burned. Okay. Now the next part where we are moving, that is a chemical reaction and chemical changes. Okay. When we are doing a chemical reaction, we always require two things. Okay, when these two things will combine together, they form a very new product, and this is called a simply languages chemical reaction. Okay, for the chemical reactions we require two reactants. If you can see in this reaction, the two molecule of hydrogen and the oxygen will take in place. So this hydrogen and oxygens are reactant. These all are reactant. When they both can react to each other, they will form water, and this water is a product, and this product is totally different with these reactant. Okay, so in the chemical reaction you require a reactant. When these two reactant will react to each other, they make a product, and this product is totally different with this reactant. That's why it is a chemical reaction. Okay, now if we are talking about the chemical reaction, that means the chemical reactions having some conditions. Okay, so what are these conditions? If we are not following these conditions, we never get a product, means chemical reaction will not happen. So what are these conditions? First of all, the close contact of the reactant. Okay, if I will take the hydrogen and oxygen separately into the different room, दूर दूर रख दूँ, तो they are not react to each other. If they will not react, then how we will get the product? So the close contact is compulsory. When we mix together, जब इन दोनों को हम आपस में मिलाएंगे, they will come into the contact, then only the product will form. Okay, now the next thing is a heat. Heat is also compulsory. Just like your mother is cooking or making a tea, if she put the milk, water, sugar, ginger and every necessary thing, but she will not put it that on the gas stove, that it will not complete it and it will not convert it into the tea. That means heat is a important thing while we are doing a chemical reaction. Okay, just like iron, when react with the sulfur and we put them on heat, then only it will convert it into the iron sulfide. If we will not give them heat, it is just like that, only iron and sulfur. Okay, the next and the last thing is the light. Okay, the light, if you remember, we have discussed about the photosynthesis, how the photosynthesis is done, and photosynthesis is a chemical reaction and it will be done in the presence of light only. That's why in the night time there is no reaction take place, no photosynthesis will take place. That means that for the photosynthesis process the light is compulsory. Okay, thank you.